What's good, YouTubies? In now 1337, aka Snow, here today with a gameplay commentary, and it's going to be a different type of commentary to usual things. Like I usually do commentaries about life stuff and, you know, advice and things of that nature, and stuff about Call of Duty. And this ties in with Call of Duty a little bit, but it's a different type of commentary, and you'll see why. Firstly, the gameplay in the background is a triple KEM strike on Strike Zone Blitz. And this is from my friend the Hovis Man. I don't play the game anymore, and if I do need a gameplay for myself, I'll jump on and get one. But I have asked the Hovis Man to provide me with gameplays when I need to do commentaries, and he obliged, and the first gameplay he gave me was this badass triple KEM. So make sure you go over there and thank him for me. His links are in the video description. Also check out his Twitch live stream, where he live streams pretty much every day, and for about 5 hours straight he's just sitting in the lobbies getting KEM strikes galore. Definitely worth watching and enjoying, because it's rare to see, to be honest. I get KEMs 1 every 10 games. He gets KEM sometimes two in one game. So, you know, shows how good he is at this game. So check him out. Tell him I said thank you for the gameplay and for any future gameplays that he may give me. And make sure you subscribe to him and follow on his Twitch live stream as well. So let's get into the commentary. You might be wondering why I say it's tied into COD, but it's not a normal commentary, because I'm going to be talking about the pro side of things, the Call of Duty pro teams, and my specific favourite team, the team that I support, and that team is OpTic Gaming. Now, people will be like, oh, you're an OpTic fanboy. No, I like a lot of teams in the Call of Duty scene as a whole. I like a lot of teams, like Complexity, like Envy. I kind of like TK as well, but they're not up there with Envy and Complexity for me, and OpTic Gaming, of course. Now, I started watching Call of Duty Pro off the back of Modern Warfare 3, and of course, when you first get into Call of Duty Pro scene at Modern Warfare 3, there is only one team name on everybody's lips, and that was OpTic Gaming. So obviously I checked them out and I researched them and I watched them, and I just fell in love with their camaraderie and how they play together, and their live streams together, and just how much fun they had, as well as being good at games. So I didn't like them because they were OpTic. I liked them because they attune to my personality. It's what I want to see in people when I'm watching things. It's entertaining and it's skillful as well. So OpTic Gaming became my main team, my team that I am a fan of, and I watched every single event they had. Pretty much watched every one of Nadeshot's live streams, even if it was muted. I had it on in the background, just watching it while I was doing other stuff, and it just amazes me how good people are at this game. I mean, I'm good at this game. I used to be a pro player on PC, so I know what it takes to be a pro player. I know how much energy and time it takes to be as good as that. And to be honest, I wish I could still do that now, but these guys just take it to another level. They really do. All the pro teams, but OpTic, for me, just take it to another level. And it's a shame that they haven't been winning recently. But, you know, there's obviously been underlying issues with the team and all the stuff that's been happening on Twitter. So what happens basically now in Call of Duty Pro Team is when someone doesn't do well at an event, they basically drop some players and pick up some new players until they find a team that works, and it's all in the chase of becoming the best in the world. And at the moment, Complexity are the best in the world, and I love them solely because that they just dominate everyone. Their teamwork and how they gel together and how they work together is just second to none. It's phenomenal, and that's why they're winning everything. And that's why people drop players and pick up players, because they want a Complexity team. But in my opinion, that's not how they should do it. They should have a team of good players who actually spend a lot of time getting to know each other, so they can build that team chemistry, they can build that teamwork, and then go on to win things in the future. But unfortunately, most pro teams are looking for a quick fix now and trying to just have that lucky strike of getting a team of 4 that just happen to be superb. Like when TK first appeared on the scene, and they just started hitting the top 3 positions because their team of 4 just suddenly went badass, and they just took over because their teamwork and stuff fitted together. Unfortunately, they got big at a time of when Complexity were in charge, and they're still in charge to this day. And a lot of other teams have dropped off the radar, such as OpTic Gaming. Now, OpTic Gaming was made up of Big Timer, Merc, Scump, and Nadeshot when I started watching it. And this team were together for at least a year and a half, and that's a long time in terms of pro teams now, because usually after one event they're dropping people. So a year and a half of loyalty and respect to the brand and team. I mean, that's a big ask of any player, to be honest, especially when they're struggling to win competitions. But they plugged on and they got through it, and that's what I always admired about them, that no matter what happened, they were still a team, they were still together. But like I said, there were some underlying problems, and we found out recently on Twitter that a lot of the teammates didn't really get along in the house, in the OpTic house. And it's a shame really, because now only Nadeshot remains from that team of 4. Big Timer has retired and becoming the coach of OpTic Gaming, so he's not totally out of the picture, but he's not a player anymore. So if OpTic ever do win anything now, Big Timer, even though he's a coach, he won't be a player who put them back on top. So Scumpy left for NV and Merc got dropped and joined NV. So bit of controversy there that Merc got dropped, but he's found his place in NV, and to be honest, I think he's better at NV than he was at OpTic Gaming. And then Scumpy has left because of problems with Nadeshot, and apparently Nadeshot he makes the decisions in the team, basically, and Scump has now left, which is a big blow for OpTic and OpTic fans, because Scumpy is widely regarded as the best in the world, and there's a reason why, because he is just phenomenal at the game, and Envy have found a really good player in him. So what have OpTic done? They have pulled together a team of 4. So Nadeshot's still there, Big Timer's coaching, and then we have Ricky, who's already played one event with them. We already kind of know Ricky, and is a really good player, and for other teams in the past he's been a brilliant player. So Ricky's a solid choice as a member of OpTic. And then they picked up Clayster. So Clayster joined TK, and after one event left TK for OpTic. Clayster has always wanted to be a part of OpTic Gaming, and he had the chance to, so he took it, which you have to respect, because it was his dream, it was his goal, it was his lifelong goals of pro scene, is to be a part of OpTic Gaming, and now he gets the chance to do that. And Clayster is a brilliant player, he's a hype player, he gets hyped up, he gets everyone else hyped up, and he's just really good at doing that. And then OpTic were looking for a 4th. People were guessing about 4ths. I guessed maybe Saints, maybe Proofy. I was thinking just off the top of my head, but I don't think anybody in the world could have possibly guessed what happened next. Now, in the past, this player played for Rico Impact, one of the best teams in the world, and while they were on top, this player was arguably the best player in the world, and I agree, because he's just fucking badass at the game, and he gets a little bit of a bad rep, but he is phenomenal, and it is up now OpTic Parasite, and I was just stunned in my seat when I saw that they recruited Parasite, and it's such a good choice. It is such a good choice. The only issue I can see with OpTic now is the egos on the team, because they're all massive personalities, and they all have to listen to Nadeshot, because Nadeshot's the leader, and that might not be very easy for some of the players. But if they can get past that stuff and gel well and have some team chemistry, this team is probably going to get back on top. It's going to be the OpTic that we know and love on top of everything, because for the simple fact that they've picked up probably the best search and destroy team in history. Nadeshot is very good at his tactics on search and destroy. We have Clayster, who just goes big all the time. We have Parasite, who's the calm player, the level-headed player, who can make big plays when he needs to be made. And Ricky is obviously just good all round anyway. So they've probably got the best search and destroy team ever. And if they gel well, they're pretty much going to be impossible to beat at search. Blitz may be a problem for OpTic Gaming, this team, because the only person I could see really going big and going for caps is Clayster. And maybe Nadeshot sneaking around, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But that's the issue with this team. They have to gel together. They have to be able to work together. They need that team chemistry, because otherwise you're not going to beat a team like Complexity. Their team chemistry and how they work together is second to none. And if you want to be better than them, you have to be a team. You have to be. And unfortunately, there's a lot of teams who don't see that, and they just start making changes in their roster every single event. And that way they're never going to be on top. But I see good things for OpTic, and I'm very happy with the team they pulled together. I absolutely love, even though I love to hate Parasite, let's put it that way, his attitude sometimes and his ego lets him down, but you can't deny that he is one of the best in the world, arguably the best in the world. Clayster, just a hype man who goes off and just slays like hell. Very, very good OpTic pickup. And then we got Ricky and Nadeshot, who we already know are pretty damn good. So this could be the team. This could be the team that bring OpTic back to the top. And it's just a shame, really, that if OpTic do start to get back on top, the players that were there for over a year, Scomp, Merc, and Big T, won't be the players that get them back on top. But it's a scary lineup with Big T as the coach as well. Big T as the coach with them 4 players is going to be pretty damn hard to beat. Let me know what you think about the pro scene now and the things you've heard and the things, you know, about OpTic gaming if you want to talk about OpTic. But that's me done for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, please go and check out Hobisman's channel. Tell him I sent you, saying thank you for the gameplays. Like and favourite this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out. Take care.